George Orwell has been considered by many as a modern-day prophet for the predictions he made about the coming dystopian state in his infamous book titled 1984. Although it is fiction, this book details a world under a totalitarian government. One of the most prominent details in the book is the overwhelming surveillance state known as Big Brother that rules over the people. As a matter of fact, the term Big Brother was originally coined in this story. This fictional story has had a major impact and rings true today. We are beginning to see it unveiled in front of our very eyes, and we are constantly being watched by our governments more and more. In America alone, there are millions of closed-circuit televisions recording 24/7, watching every citizen on a daily basis. With the advancements in smartphones, each citizen can easily be observed directly through their phone. At birth, every person is assigned a 9-digit social security number, placing you into the system. On almost every street, there is a surveillance security camera watching at the top of a pole as people walk by. In most places, there are security cameras capturing everything and everyone on tape. We have become a surveillance society, constantly being watched, and most don't even realize it. If you want to drive, have pets, or get married, you must have a government-approved license to do so. If you want to travel the world, then you must have a government passport giving you the freedom to do so. To make reservations, book tickets, and shop online, you need a credit card, which is simply designed to put the average citizen in debt. The emails we send are kept and compiled, while our phone calls are being recorded and tapped. In 2013, former CIA employee and National Security Agency subcontractor Edward Snowden leaked top-secret documents and classified information exposing how the NSA is spying on the population. Snowden has been considered either a hero or a traitor. Some say he's a hero for exposing the insidious act of the government spying on its citizens, while others claim that he is a traitor for breaching our national security. Personally, I do not find Snowden as a traitor because he was the one responsible for exposing this. However, I do not find Snowden completely as a hero either, because Snowden himself has claimed to have been a trained spy who worked undercover for the CIA and NSA. He could very well have been instructed to release this information on purpose. Or is it possible that he really did expose this for the better of mankind? Who knows? Although there is one thing that is certain. Government agencies are indeed spying on us through our phones, emails, and televisions. Edward Snowden once said, "Arguing that you don't care about the right to privacy because you have nothing to hide is no different than saying you don't care about free speech because you have nothing to say."
I don't want to live in a world where everything that I say, everything I do, everyone I talk to, every expression of creativity or love or friendship is recorded, and that's not something I'm willing to support. It's not something I'm willing to build, and it's not something I'm willing to live under. So I think anyone who opposes that sort of world has an obligation to act in the way they can. Now, I've watched and waited and tried to do my job in the most policy-driven way I could, which is to wait and allow other people, wait and allow our leadership, our figures to sort of correct the excesses of government when we go too far. But as I've watched, I've seen that's not occurring. And in fact, we're compounding the excesses of prior governments and making it worse and more invasive. And no one is really standing to stop it.
Millions of Americans have an Amazon Alexa and an Amazon Echo laying around in their houses, recording everything they say. In early 2017, 2 women were murdered, and the police were able to track down the suspect due to the entire murder being recorded on audio by the Amazon Echo in the house. The trial has continued through 2018 to 2019. At first glance, this sounds good, having the police be able to find murder suspects thanks to the Amazon devices in the house. But we need to look deeper. We were told that these devices were not recording us in any way, shape, or form, but that has just been exposed as a lie. These devices are recording us, and now we know for certain. Why were we lied to? Why do our private conversations have to be recorded without our knowledge? This simply is Big Brother watching us and listening in on everything, and at this rate, it's only going to get worse. Part of the New World Order agenda is to have a microchipped population. Radio frequency identification chips, otherwise known as RFID, are now being implanted in pets, prisoners, workers, and children. In Sweden, a group of employees all got microchipped to unlock doors and to even enter the office or gym without keys. Sweden is not the only place doing this, and there are millions of people all over the world getting chips implanted into their skin. One of the main goals of the One World government is to have everyone microchipped at birth and to transfer the currency to a One World cashless credit-based system. It will come to a point where you will not be able to buy anything with cash, but instead you will be forced to get chipped in order to eat. You will need to be microchipped to drive your car, go to work, pay for resources, and all of your information, including Social Security, will be inside this chip beneath your skin. This agenda is being pushed, and we are getting closer and closer to a microchipped population, tracking its citizens and placing them into the One World system. We are constantly being watched by our TVs, phones, and Amazon devices, and the world is heading closer to Orwell's 1984, where we will be watched 24/7 on surveillance, which is kinda how it is now. We will not be able to do anything without being watched or listened to in this dystopian Orwellian future under the One World government. Big Brother is watching you, and there's no escaping it.
Alexa, are you spying on me?
I only send audio back to Amazon when I hear you say the wake word.
Alexa, do you work for the NSA? Alexa, do you work for the NSA? Okay. Alexa, do you work for the government?
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Today I'm going to be doing a live test to see if Google is always listening on your microphone. Particularly, one question has been coming up a couple of times, which is whether or not Facebook is always listening with the microphones to better target advertising to you. Mark Zuckerberg says that they don't. Google's not there to answer on their behalf. A lot of people think that Google does because people have that experience sometimes where they're talking about a subject in a room and they're just talking about something, and then suddenly they go online and they search for something, or they're just online browsing around and suddenly advertisements for that subject start popping up. So I've written down a subject that we're going to talk about on a piece of paper. I can't speak it out loud yet because we got to do a test first, but this is the subject we're going to talk about, okay? But the sponsored content here is from Outbrain. Obviously, not what we have written on our piece of paper here. This one's an advertisement for, what was that? Fancy Pants taste on underpants budget. And here we have a breast cancer ad. Is that right? I don't have breast cancer. All right. And then Science Festival on WRAL.com. Okay, so I don't see any advertisements for what we have on our piece of paper. So what we're going to do now is we're going to close all the browsers. We're going to close everything, and then we're going to talk about this subject for a couple of minutes. All right, so dog toys. Well, all right, guys, I think that's plenty. So let's go ahead and get back online, and we'll go back to Fark.com and let's take a look. Let's open up some of the same websites. Let's open up some new ones too. First website up. Oh my God! It's right there! Holy shit! Everybody burn your microphones! Oh no. There's dog toys right here. Dog toys. Well, everybody, I think that is conclusive evidence that your microphones are literally always listening to see if to gather information on what you're talking about to target ads to you. That is insane. Unless that's some wild coincidence. That is just blowing my mind. Sort of thought that this wouldn't work at all. All right, so foxnews.com, right there, same advertisement. That's incredible. No way. Dog toy ads again. And what is this? Canine Advantix from PetSmart. Oh. Wow. Well, everybody, it's time to throw away your microphones. That's incredible. Basically, this is conclusive evidence that everything that you ever say is always being processed through some sort of speech recognition service to listen for products that you're going to be talking about. PetSmart, Kongs. I was talking about Kongs, black and red. No way. That's insane. Oh, that's enough for me. I'm done. I'm done with the internet.
And the months ahead, the years ahead, it's only going to get worse until eventually there will be a time where policies will change, because the only thing that restricts the activities of the surveillance state are policy. Even our agreements with other sovereign governments, we consider that to be a stipulation of policy rather than a stipulation of law. And because of that, a new leader will be elected. They'll flip the switch, say that because of the crisis, because of the dangers that we face in the world, some new and unpredicted threat, we need more authority, we need more power, and there will be nothing the people can do at that point to oppose it, and it'll be turnkey tyranny.
The security of this nation depends on complete and total compliance.